Alright, what's up everybody? It's me. It's the one and only. It's Eggs and Bacon here. And I'm gonna do a little something different on my channel. I know I crossbreed between a lot of different games, whatever I'm feeling. My upload schedule is not perfect. I got work, it's a busy time, and I gotta fill positions and all that stuff, so no need to make excuses. Let's jump right into the video. Rune pages. That's what I'm gonna talk to you about. Rune pages, simple rune pages that can get you through everything. And if you have the time and if you have the money, I would recommend going to the where is it, runes. I would honestly recommend purchasing whatever rune page bundle is up there. They go a long way, believe me or not. I have 20 rune pages right now. I've spent money on the game. It's whatevs. But honestly, 20 rune pages, I still would love to have more. But I'm just going to do a simple introduction on some simple rune pages that you should have for each and every kind of role and class position. So the first one I'm going to go in is what I like to call, I'm going to go up to here and I'm going to name it, and I'm going to name it AD flats. This is just simple attack damage flats. So you're going to get attack damage reds, okay? You're going to get armor yellows. You're going to get magic resist blues, glyphs, whatever you want to call it, and quints. You're just going to get more AD quints. Now to go with that, this is just an amazing rune page that you can bring if you're level 30 and you're trying to conserve rune pages for going. This can be a jungle rune page, any sort of AD top, Darius, Trind, Irelia, Jax. This could even be an AD carry rune page. Granted, your last hitting will have to be on point, and you won't have the attack speed for lane, which I believe helps out a lot more. But this is just a simple rune page that can play many roles on almost every AD champion that you need to, and I'm talking every AD champion. We go to champions, you could put this on Aatrox, you could put this on Ashe, you could fucking put this on Blitzcrank support, Braum support, anybody. You could put this on Fizz mid, you could put this on Gangplank, Jax, Jarvan, Hecarim, anybody, Garen, anybody you would like to put this on that's AD that can function with it pretty decently. If you want to get started in ranked, you want to go really hard, you want to get that really fast, go ahead and do this, because the thing about runes is they're only purchasable through IP. So they take a long amount of time. And if you're creating a Smurf, or if you're starting out, and you know you're going to be invested in this game with a lot of time, I'd recommend investing in it with money, and just, if you have enough time to play games, but most people don't, the way that I did to purchase a lot of my champions was I paid $50, and I would go here and I would purchase all the champions that were on sale. It took a few weeks, few months, but that was the correct way that I thought would be good. The champions were like 250 RP instead of 950. So with one RP purchase that you buy, it goes a long way, and it lets you get plenty of champions. I know there's times where you're like, man, I'm just really in the mood for Gangplank. You don't have Gangplank, and Gangplank he's probably like 3,100 IP, and he's probably like 750 RP. They'll go on sale. They rotate the champions. They do all that. But back to the rune pages. Let's go ahead and get started again with the second rune page. This rune page is kind of like for bruisers top. I'm gonna start with probably top, then go to like mid, maybe AD carry, jungle. It all depends. But this one I'm gonna go ahead and start with the top. And I like to start off with the armor pen marks. So what I mean by that is armor pen reds. This is good for like Riven. It's very good for Jax. It's pretty decent for Trins. Anybody that benefits with armor pen Fiora. Wukong is very, very strong and very effective with armor pen. Darius is very decent with this. People who have high base damage that can benefit more on penetration even farther throughout the game. And then you just want to go through simple armor yellows and simple magic resist blues, and then AD quints. So the thing is, this only gives you 7 AD where this would give you 9, but 12 armor pen is beneficial for Pantheon. Is very beneficial for Pantheon. His spears hit like a truck and you won't even realize it. Okay? Now we're going to move on to the next one, which is could be used as an AD carry, could be used for, I would recommend this one for Trind. Honestly, I would even recommend it for Nasus. I like to start off with all AD. Oh. I guess this didn't go away. Alright, I'd like to start off with all AD. Sorry about that. Where's the AD at? AD reds. Go ahead and go to armor yellows. And magic resist blues. Just simple things that will work depending on who your verse is. You know, if you have 20 rune pages, yeah, you could start getting specific and be like, you know what? I want 2 rune pages, one with HP yellows and the other one with armor blues. And that way, if I'm facing an AD, I can really do really well in lane versus that AD. But this one's just in case you're facing an AD top, an MR top, you're facing Ryze, you're facing Vlad, Rumble, people who are pretty good in the meta right now. This will help you out a lot. And just go lifesteal Quince. Now 4.5 lifesteal Quince isn't that good. I liked it when it was like 6. This is good for Fiora. This is good for Trind. This is even pretty good for Riven. I would recommend this. But this could also be an 80 carry page if you don't have attack speed. It pays off and it benefits. But the next one I'm going to go with is more of a laner if you're comfortable with top and you want to play champions with movement speed that you really enjoy. I like Jax with movement speed personally. His auto attack animation. Trin does pretty good with movement speed. Hecarim's a really good top with movement speed. Let me go ahead and go through again. I actually really enjoy Poppy with movement speed as well as Volibear and Xin Zhao. Really enjoy those champions top with movement speed. I know you can go into better, more extensive rune pages for them, but this one's just going to be the same thing. Flat AD reds or marks. Going to go armor seals, armor yellows as I like to call them. I like to go color instead of glyphs. I like to call them blues. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, and I hope this benefits either way. And then just go straight movement speed Quince. Now 4.5 movement speed, you can get up to 6 movement speed with your masteries, which is quite a lot. It'll help you stick to your enemies and it'll help you get out of ganks if your reflexes are quick enough with your wards. If you're constantly got like one eye on the game, one eye slipping down to look at the minimap, this will help you with boom. If they're charging at you, I got that little bit of movement speed that I can juke out some abilities and just really like haul ass onto it. Now we're gonna move down to the APs. So we got the ADs out of the way, and the APs and ADs. This is gonna be all these 4 rune pages right here can be used for top, jungle, AD carry, even AD mids that you like to go like Yasuo. Irelia I know is starting to get in the meta. Pantheon mid, still pretty viable versus some matchups. But this will help you this can fulfill many roles. But I'm going to go ahead and slip in another one, which is, we'll get to attack speed later. So I'm just going to start on the APs. Now what I mean by that is AP mid laners such as, let's go ahead and go with Twist of Fate. This could work out for Veigar. This could work out for Orianna, LeBlanc, Ahri, Echo, Acolyte, Anivia, any of those. And like I said, if you have 20 rune pages, go ahead. Go crazy. Work with every single rune page. Define it down. You only like your champion pools to be very specific. Pretty good way to gain elo, I got to admit. But I'm going to go ahead and just do simple ones where you should at least have a flat AD, a flat AP. Then when we move on to AD carry, a flat AD carry, then a regular support page, and then maybe like a tank page if you got to be put on a tank. Every team comp needs one, and a good way to build elo, I believe in ranked, especially lower elos, is a beneficial team comp. If you play bronze and you have like fucking a Mumu, Malphite, you throw in a Yasuo, your support's gonna be like Morgana or Braum, and your AD carries Ashe, I guarantee you, if it's 5 bronzes versus 5 non-bronzes, the 5 bronzes with the Malphite and Mumu combo is just gonna wreck. CC, they don't understand team fighting, spacing isn't there. Their initiation is amazing, and they can just catch people off and on and off and on all the time, and they have AoE ults. Their positioning has to be really good in order to face a team comp like that. But if they get behind, that team comp can just fall apart. It doesn't matter how big of a wombo if the wombo ain't doing any damage, or blowing somebody up or catching them out. But back to just the APs. So I like to start off with just a standard AP rune page. Now, what I mean by standard is my reds are always going to be Magic Pen. See, for instance, what I was talking about, you can go Magic Pen and Armor Pen if you want to do Orianna min, get a little bit higher. People you auto attack with, Annie, Anivia, she's got pretty long auto attacks. Granted, they're really weird and really slow. just regular armor yellows. You never know when you're versus a Talon or Yasuo. Okay. And then I like to go magic resist. This will help you in laning. You know, some people can go straight AP here and go straight AP Quints. This is just a basic rune page for all AP mids, you know, not getting into intense structure. Quints of ability power, magic resist blues, armor yellows, and magic pen reds. Should look a little something like this. Okay? Now your next one is going to be a little bit more different and a little bit scaled towards the later game, but also your laning phase will get progressively and progressively better. This will be a build that won't be so focused on starting off and early and just getting through that, getting to your items, getting through your power spikes. This one will continue to grow and benefit you all throughout the game in just a slow, consistent way. Now, this is where the magic pen and the armor pen come in. You do a lot of auto attacks in lane, a lot of your damage does come from auto attacks, especially like a Syndra, a Lux. This is probably the perfect Lux page right here that I am going to demonstrate. I like to do flat armor yellows. There's a lot of auto attacks that get traded, but if your position is good and your spacing for mid lane is very good, you're going to want to go ahead and go with ability power at level 18. That's 30 ability power. At level 18, that'll be tremendously increased with the Baron buff. You get a death cap, you know, add that all together. You know, I'm not going to do the math on the top of my head. Not too good at that, but, you know. And then you're going to want to go flat APs for in lane to start out with. So you're going to have 15. You know, you start off with Dorans, you're going to have 30 ability power. Granted, you're not going to have the MR, but if you trade correctly and you're playing somebody that can trade from far away, Azir. This is a great Azir page. Lux, you know. If you're a Fizz, you might want this, but you might also not, you know. You can get poked out heavily with a lot of spells, like if you're versus an Ahri as a Fizz. You know, you're going to get slammed. You have no magic resist, you have no health, you just have armor and magic pen. You know, you're going to want to go all offensive on this. Alright, now the next we're going to do is basically a rune page for certain champions that you want to perfect that is a high risk, high reward type of champion. Karthus, Veigar, Twisted Fate. These are all wonderful. Victor, I really like Victor. And this one's going to be a movement speed, just as your AD. Okay? But this benefits as a higher risk, high reward, because if you can get through the laning phase, I mean, this champion, you know, you farm well. These champions late game in team fights, you know, solo 1v1s can just absolutely wreck face. And I'm talking, they just hurt. Destruction, Karthus ult, TF ult, they make insane amount of impact on the game. So you just want to go armor yellows. And then you're going to want to go ability power blues, because you need that magic resist. Oh. And then you're going to want to go, I mean that magic damage, start off with in lane, and then you go movement speed. Simple as this. Once again, no magic resist. It's fine. Your spacing's good. You got a little bit more movement speed. You throw that in with the mastery page, and you'll be good. Bam, bam, and bam. Now another one that you could do is you could swap it up and go, let's start off with once again, some magic pen. This is really good. This would make the perfect TF page. I would prefer you to go, this is a little bit more advanced, granted, but I would prefer to go health at level 18, ability power at level 18. This is pretty good for Karthus too, I believe. You could farm pretty well with Karthus, you could farm pretty well with Veigar, you could farm pretty well with TF from far away. You know, even if you are getting zoned, you still have moves and abilities that are very long range. And you go movement speed. This is geared towards, you know, running around, you know, trading. You're playing TF, you're just like, wham, jump in, jump out. Jump in, jump out. Stuff like that. Alright? Now we're going to move on to a, how do I put it? More of a jungle page that we're going to start out with right here. So with this jungle page, it's going to be more geared towards, like, Diana, Echo. Those are really the main AP jungles. Sejuani, she's not really played that more. Or if you want to play AP Gragas jungle, this one's mostly geared towards Diana, who gets played a lot in the jungle. And this is an AP jungle page. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and name that. AP jungle attack speed. Okay, now you're gonna want to go with the attack speed reds. You always want to go armor yellows in the jungle almost all the time. It helps versus creeps, lets you tank more, lets you clear faster. And you're gonna want to go magic resist blues just for ganking other lanes, and AP Quints. Alright, now this is the perfect Diana. This will work amazing with, you know, everybody. And we're going to do kind of the same thing for an 80 jungle attack speed. It's going to be the exact same concept. Oh, hey, look at that. We got attack speed reds for AD. This can be for like Trend. Jarvan is really good. I like this one on Lee Sin. This one on Lee Sin's pretty decent. Armor yellows. It's actually a very good Twitch jungle rune page, which I have played not much in ranked, a lot in normals, just fucking around with friends and whatnot. Magic resist for when you gank. You can always get cheesed without magic resist, especially now in the new jungle. A lot of champions can't. A lot of the meta champions, you use your health pots and you won't be able to, you know, sustain as easy as you used to with like Lee Sin and, you know, high tier junglers, Hecarim, stuff like that. And you just go AD Quints. So you're gonna have attack speed reds, armor yellows, magic resist blues, and AD Quints. Alright, now we're gonna move on to like another jungle page for people like Shaco, I believe, Hecarim. Now this is just gonna be Udyr. This is probably a really just simple standard Udyr page, probably the most basic of jungle rune pages. I probably should have started off with this. You're going to go attack speed reds, armor yellows, magic resist blues, and movement speed quints. Now this will help you get around the map, gank really, really efficiently. This one's good for like Xin Zhao. Let's go ahead and do AD, attack speed, movement speed, jungle. Name it just like that. It's nice to name your rune pages. So you kind of like remember exactly who it is. This one's pretty decent for. I like this one for Gragas, Jarvan, Jax. This one's actually very beneficial for Malphite if you gank early. Pretty good for Rengar with the movement speed. Udyr is probably the best one with the jungle. Trundle and Trent. Xin Zhao's decent. Wukong. All these are pretty good for each and every one of them. Okay. Now we're gonna start off, and we're gonna move into maybe. There would be another one which would involve, I would think, which would be like lifesteal quints, but that might have been before the lifesteal quints got nerfed, and weren't as beneficial to what I thought was a nerf that didn't need to be needed. You know, you brought lifesteal down from 6% to like 4.5, I believe it is. Alright, the next one is going to be support. This is just going to be your average support page. Okay? Going to be playing a lot of supports. Like Morgana, Blitzcrank, Thresh, just simple supports that can benefit from this rune page. You know, you invest in the armor pen. I like to go armor pen and magic pen. Even with Thresh, even with Blitzcrank, it lets your auto attacks hit a lot harder than most would believe. Okay, now you're just gonna want to go armor seals, armor yellows. Okay, for the trading in the lane, for trading against an AD carry, or if they have an AD support. Magic resist blues, because a lot of supports dish out quite a bit of magic damage. Thresh, Morgana, like I was saying, Braum dishes out quite a bit. He's starting. Janna, Nami, they're all magic damage, and this will help you trade with them, auto attack for auto attack. And your quints, you're just gonna want to go health. This is gonna bring you over the edge. Nice tanky stats. Just it's gonna be the most beneficial basic support page that you could use. Okay, now for an AP support. Let's say you really want to play Morgana, you're wanting to play a little bit more aggressive. Okay? You got pretty good spacing, you understand a lot about Morgana. You know, go with it, knock yourself out. You're going to want to go hybrid pen. So armor pen and magic pen, reds. Armor yellows, magic resist blues. And then AP quints. This is pretty good for Nami. Pretty decent for Janna. Her shield gives the shielder or the shieldee a lot more AD. This one, if you use a Morgana, lets your stuff hit pretty hard. This is a good rune page for Brand support or Vel'Koz support, which if you do get put into support, it lets you it lets you trade pretty hard. You know, lets you really bust out a little bit more damage than people expect. If you're thrown in the support role and you don't really want to play support, you can play a little bit more of a carry support. Okay, now this one is just another kind of basic, but you have to invest a little bit more IP into a rune page such as this. For support, I like to always start off with the hybrid pen. Let your auto attacks let you do a little bit more damage than supports should do in lane, especially level 1. This works really well with Thresh, who's played a lot. You know, your auto attack, your first one, you let it charge up, you start your E. You know, you really wreck some face. You catch people off guard. Now you want to go armor yellows once again. You want to go MR blues, and then quints. This is where it switches up. You want to go 2 CDR quints, so you get 5 CDR. And then a health quint. Now the reason for 5 CDRs in your masteries with support, you could start off with, let me name this, 5 CDR support. Let's go ahead and name it that. Perfect. The reason why naming is I can just swap through, roll over them. Oh man, you know, I'm playing Diana. Okay, attack speed jungle page, attack speed movement jungle if I'm playing Udyr. 80 flat, you know, I'm playing Jax and let's say I only have 10 rune page, 80 flats. Oh, found it real quick. You know, there's a lot of times where I've actually been watching like a stream, or went to go take a piss, or went to go to the bathroom or something like that, or just flat out wasn't paying attention and forgot rune pages, and then I was searching for them. You know, you got a lot, and I'm like, oh crap, you know, I gotta choose one, and I end up choosing the wrong one. I've been 80 carry with AP rune pages. It sucks. Makes a big difference. You know, try playing a ranked game. You know, your first ranked game versus other ranked people who have rune pages with no rune pages or the wrong rune pages. You'll notice a big difference. First of all, in CSing, rune pages and masteries, they help you CS a lot better. If it's a good technique to start off with learning how to CS without runes or masteries. It lets you last hit down to the dot and almost perfects it, and just makes that muscle memory a lot stronger. But back to support. You know, this with the mastery page, you start off with you know, you go right over here and you're going to want to get this 5 mastery. So 5% masteries, you start off with 10. You get your jungle item. I'm not sure if you're Morgana, for instance. If you're Morgana, boom, you're gonna have quite a bit of binds to throw out, quite a bit of W's, a little bit faster spell shield, stuff like that. All right, now the last one we're gonna probably work on to is just your normal 80 carry. Okay, your flat 80 carry. Normal. So let's just do 80 carry. For instance, this is just your average 80 carry. Kate, you can run this on any marksman, and I mean any one. This will be beneficial. So boom, you start off with some attack speed reds. No, actually that's wrong. Start off with some AD reds, some armor yellows, some MR blues. Shh, Phoenix. Some attack speed quints, and that's it. This will work for any 80 carry if you go over to champions. Any marksman, Jinx, Callista, you know, Lucian, any one of those. And now I'm just going to give you the final rune page, which is a little bit more in depth, geared towards like Ezreal, Kog'Maw. This is really good for Graves. I like to start off with 80 reds, armor yellows. With my blues, I throw in 4 mana regen blues, and then the rest magic resist, so this will bump me up to 7, give or take. And then I throw in 2 attack speed quints, so it brings me up to 9, basically 10%, and then another mana regen per 5. So I have 2.6 mana regen, and I'll take this mastery right here for like 3 of these for like Eggz. This is good for Lucian. This is pretty good for Draven, and pretty good rune pages. But these rune pages should get you through every role in every position. Granted, you would only need 1. Then you'd only need AP flats, and then your AP jungle, AD jungle. These 2 rune pages right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Your normal support 5. And 6 rune pages. All you need 6 rune pages to get through the entire thing. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this helps you out. Eggs and Bacon, it's me.